Welcome, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to season 5 of Swoon-Worthy, the podcast. I can't believe it's already been 1.5 years since we launched this podcast. I'm your host, Carly, and I run the at Period Drama Style Instagram account, as well as our podcast specific Instagram account at Swoon-Worthy Podcast. So thank you all for following us on Instagram, for subscribing to our podcast wherever you listen to it, Spotify, Amazon. We're on YouTube as well. Just thank you for all the support over the past year and a half. My sister and I started this podcast because of our love of period dramas and nostalgic films set in historical time periods. The movie we're covering today fits so perfectly into that category. We are covering Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl from 2003. It's crazy to think that that movie came out 22 years ago, but it really has it all: action, adventure, comedy, romance, and stunning costumes worn by period drama queen Keira Knightley. Just a really amazing swashbuckling cast. So I can't wait to talk about it all. And today we're joined by my sister Kayla and our dear friend Anna, who you may remember from our Jane Eyre podcast, The Patriot, a few others. So, yeah, let's get started. Thank you both for joining us today.
Hey,
Hey.
are we all drinking rum? I am. Okay.
Oof. No.
At 11:30 in the morning.
And, I know.
Kayla. No, but I did have a rum drink last night because I was like, this is fitting.
You know what I'm craving? I'm craving one of those rum cakes that come in a little box.
Ooh,
That does sound
yes.
good.
What is the brand? It's like Tortuga. It's like a Tortuga brand, right?
I want one.
I think so.
Too funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna have fun with this one. I can just tell.
I
And
just finished
Yeah.
it this morning.
oh, did ya?
I tried to finish it last night and I got so tired and I was like, how much is left? And it was like 58 minutes. I'm like, really?
It's a pretty long movie though.
You keep
It
thinking, like, if you haven't
is.
seen it in a while, you're like, oh, I think this is the end because it kind of like,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh no, here's another fight scene.
I know.
I know. But it was so fun. And I had forgotten some of the parts. So it was fun to be like, oh yeah. First off, it's a movie that is based off a ride at Disney. And I think they started trying to do this more. I know they did Haunted Mansion and perhaps some others. They really kicked it out of the park with this one. Mhm.
I remember we watched this in my seventh grade history class for like 2 or 3 days, however long it took us to finish it. What were teachers doing? Like maybe she had a hangover, but like why wasn't she teaching? Like I guess it was history related, but I mean I loved it.
I I guess because I also remember watching like the first night. Is it the Richard Gere movie for
Oh,
English
I
class? I'm
love
like,
that
why?
movie.
Yeah, but I was like, why are we watching this?
That's so funny. And I think when we were talking about The Patriot, it was us three talking about one of the Patriot movies. We talked about it being played at history class too.
Yeah.
But that was a little
Yeah.
more, that one makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets you like in the
Yeah.
feel of what it was like back then.
And Ever After, I swear, Ever After, I saw
Yes.
it in elementary school, middle school, high school, and college.
I
Because I
don't
took, yeah,
remember watching that one in school, but maybe I
I
probably
art
did.
class. I think our art teacher in middle school played it.
Probably then.
yeah. Like Pride and Prejudice made sense because I think I watched that for English as well because it's
Mhm.
based off of a literary book. But yeah,
I remember
some
in
of these
school,
movies.
Carly, do you remember in school like when they would play movies like that and like none of the other kids had seen it or heard of it and I'm like, "Yes, I love this movie." And then I like wanted everyone else to like it too. I feel
Hmm.
like yeah, because we're weird.
No, totally.
They're like, "What's this movie? I've never heard of it."
I was like, come on, guys, this is really good. Anyways,
That is
I get
Or then
it.
funny.
you'd hear one of them say, "This movie's dumb." And I'm like,
I
"Shut
know. Oh my gosh. So we all have this, some core memories watching Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one from 2003. And it really, it just had the perfect cast. I mean, we have to talk about all of them. The great music score, love the costumes. It was just, I don't know. Now we're in this world of like reboots and non-original stories. And this, I just remember this being such an original story, such an action adventure plus comedy plus romance. Like it has it all.
Yeah, and I love how they took a lot of the elements from the ride, like the guys with the dog and the key at the jail,
Mm,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
like the drunkenness with
hmm
the winches.
Yeah, I know. I know when that scene played, it just like brought me back to the ride when I
Yeah,
was a
one of the
kid. Like there's
girls,
just
yeah, she looked like she was on like an animatronic, like
yes,
drinking.
yeah. It was just so overwhelming being a kid and looking at the ride because it was kind of like creepy too. So I remember when this movie came out, it did have kind of like that supernatural feeling, like you just didn't know where it was going, and I loved that. It was an exciting movie for sure.
It
Yeah.
was. And just talking a little bit about the ride, this is my favorite ride at Disney. I love how they kind of you plunge down a little deeper into this world of pirates, and it's kind of like the Tortuga scenes, right? But also the smell. I have to talk about the smell of the ride. There are candles that smell like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, and I don't have one, but I always put it on my Christmas list and no one ever gets it for me.
They have candles.
Yes, Kayla.
I might have to
Is
get
it the water
That's
that is it that
mm-hmm.
water smell? Because you know the
Mm-hmm.
water rides. Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna put
love
It's
that.
like
myself
that.
on.
It's like that. It's like the water ride smell, but there's something just a little more special about this
Musky,
one.
maybe.
Wow. I'm gonna have to get that candle for myself.
And
Yeah.
Yeah,
me.
for Carly.
Stealing your wish list.
So funny.
Well,
But
apparently, if
yeah.
we want to talk about it, a lot of people, their dying wish is for their ashes to be sprinkled in the ride. And it
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. And the Haunted
It's Carly.
Mansion.
It's Carly.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's gonna be
gosh.
Kayla sprinkling Carly.
Oh my goodness. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know about that, guys. But
I love pirate things. I mean, I think everybody does. It's so fun to think that there were these crazy guys running around.
yeah. And some of it was, because they had shitty lives back in England
Yeah.
and they wanted freedom, they wanted to be independent. And of course, the thievery and the criminal aspects of it came out. But it's a fascinating time in history. And there really was a code of pirates.
hmm
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
It was a little different than what they portray in this movie, but Keira Knightley's character, Elizabeth Swann, mentions the code set down by Captain Morgan and Bartholomew. They were real pirates. So let's just talk a little bit about the movie. Directed by Gore Verbinski. Some of the writers did Shrek, the movie, and even one of them did Aladdin, was a writer for Aladdin 1992. So they have this great adventure comedy background, I feel like, in writing. Costumes designed by Penny Rose, and she did all of the movies, all of the sequels as well, and King Arthur 2004 starring Keira Knightley, which is a
Oh.
fun one.
Okay.
Was
Yeah.
this her first period film?
So let's talk about Keira Knightley because yeah. Um she had previously been in a Disney TV movie called Princess of Thieves from 2001. Have any of you ever seen that?
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah. And so she kind of had this Disney background, and then she was in Bennett Like Beckham, which she shot to fame with. But then this was really her biggest in theaters movie. And she was 17, almost turning 18 when she started filming it. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, and I think it's sweet that her mom was with her everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's
She was
such
so
a
young.
so young. 2003 was a big year for her because Love Actually also came out in 2003.
I know. That's how young she was.
Yeah. I don't know. She
Ew.
seemed she seemed kind of older. Yeah, she was like a married
Yeah,
woman in that one.
I know.
Very interesting. But she just has such a presence and she's just our period drama queen. So seeing her in this, Kayla, you asked, was this our first period film? Other than, that Princess of Thieves one, I think it might have been. And her opening scenes, in those dresses. Well, first she wears this really pretty like dressing robe with like a floral print. I think is really pretty. And then it's her getting corseted up. And I feel like that's what we think of Kira is wearing a corset, right?
Well, so let's start with that scene when she's a little girl. Um, did y'all catch something funny with that little girl? She's like, actually,
Actually,
like, actually.
Yeah. No, she's cute, but Kayla, we used to make fun of that for sure. And I think it looks like her, like a young Keira Knightley a little bit. I didn't look up the actress's name, but I forgot about that opening scene, but it really sets the tone. Like it's a ship coming into the fog, the creaking sounds of the ship, and then that little
Hmm.
girl singing the song from the ride, yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
Yeah. I also forgot about the crazy age difference between her character
No,
and the
Norrington.
yes,
so
Norrington.
creepy.
I didn't realize that's how much
I know.
older he was. Like
I know.
mid-20s, late 20s. She's 12.
Very strange.
Yeah.
I caught that too, Anna, and I don't remember even thinking about it when I
No.
was younger.
Mm-mm.
But this actor, Jack Davenport, Kayla, you used to think he was pretty swoon-worthy.
Well,
He
well,
is.
he is. What happened to him? Where did Jack Davenport go?
I don't know. Do you think that Matthew Good won all of the roles that he could
Yeah,
have
he
played?
looks a lot like him.
Uh, yeah.
But actually, Jack Davenport is going to be in an upcoming period drama. It's the Forsyte Saga by BBC, and it's going to be available on Amazon Prime, I think, in 2026. So he is in something coming up,
Well,
right?
he was also really good looking in what, like the third one, where he
Yeah.
becomes like all disheveled, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Kayla always had a you were kind of team Norrington, I feel like
I
sometimes,
don't
Kayla.
remember that, but we can go with that for sure. Like,
You were. So yeah, he's totally way older. Mr. Gibbs is in the opening scene, played by Kevin McNally. Just such a great role for him, and I just love his character in this.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
oh
Did you
yeah.
know he's married to a Downton Abbey actress, the one who plays Mrs. Hughes in real life?
Oh.
Oh.
Isn't that
Hmm.
cute? Phyllis Logan. And Mr. Gibbs is like he's the authority on pirate lore. He has these great sayings throughout, like when he's yelling at the crew, and he's like, lift the sails like you lift a woman's skirt or something. He just, it's piratey. He's
Yeah.
very superstitious. Even at the beginning, he's like, it's bad luck to sing about pirates, or it's bad luck to have a woman on board, even a miniature one. And then Jonathan Pryce, I forgot, was the father.
Yeah. For some reason, I always thought it was the king and the Patriot, the bad guy. What's his name?
Oh, Tom Wilkinson.
Yes, I thought that's who it was, but that's who they considered to
I'm
play the part.
sure.
But for some reason, my mind always replaced him with him.
That's so
He would have
funny.
done a good job, probably.
Yeah.
But I do like Jonathan Pryce with that wig, the one like the
Hmm.
that he looks great. He's caring, but he's a bit he has this other path in his mind for Elizabeth, wanting her to marry this far too older man, Norrington. However, I mean Norrington, he kind of looks the same age in both scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was a little interesting. And yeah, I think he's a great actor. Apparently, he's big in the theater world. I totally forgot he was the father. And he played Prince Philip in the last few seasons of The Crown and tons of other period dramas.
He was in What a Girl Wants with Amanda Bynes.
Oh, yeah.
He was. Kayla's our rom-com queen
Yeah.
here. Love it. And then you see this little boy, Will Turner. We don't know who he is yet. Oh, I guess he says he's Will Turner. And she's like, she takes the necklace.
Hmm. She was afraid that he was a pirate.
She
I mean, it's a
takes
pretty cool necklace,
this
but
necklace.
I knew you were gonna point that one out. We were obsessed with those as kids. Like,
That is so funny. I did not know you were obsessed with this movie.
I'm wearing a replica gold coin, gold pirate medallion necklace, which Kayla and I bought when we were younger. We had to have it.
I was
Pirate
obsessed
stuff.
with like medallions and gold things like that as a kid. Like, there's so
You
much.
mean shiny things like you're obsessed with right now
Oh,
too? Your
oh,
brass antiquing.
oh my gosh! I just realized
There's a connection.
I
Yeah,
haven't changed.
you
That's
know.
so funny. Well, I also thought of you in the antiquing when in the, when we see older Will Turner, he like breaks the sconce, the
Yes.
candle.
I was thinking that too. I was like, oh, don't do that.
He
Because
just
if you,
puts in the little thing.
yeah, because if
Like
you go to Kayla's house now, she has like 20 sconces on the wall.
brass,
All the
all
candles.
brass sconces. Oh yeah.
So,
So funny.
and what do we think about, older Elizabeth Swann, played by Keira Knightley, and older Will Turner, played by Orlando Bloom? The chemistry, you can see it like right there when she's walking down the stairs. She's in a pretty light yellow dress. She wears a lot of like light gold and light yellow. Um, and he's he's like really cold to her almost, even though she's saying, "I had a dream about you." And the dream the day we first met, and the father's like, "Hold on now, don't say that. That's not
Yeah.
appropriate."
Yeah, he just came off so, I mean, to me, it was much more like awkward. He didn't want to show too much affection because the dad was there. I mean, he obviously knows his place
Yes, he
and all
does.
that, but their chemistry is really cute. I love it.
Hmm. He's definitely pining for her, feels like
Hmm.
he's not at her level. But he's got a lot of things good about him. It sounds like he's good at making swords, and then his master gets all the credit. I forgot about
Yeah.
that little detail.
I don't know. That bothered me.
I know.
I
Hmm.
was trying to think of a way he could have politely been like, "Oh, actually, I did it." Or
Yeah.
I know.
probably wouldn't have
Uh,
cared. So,
so Orlando Bloom was around 26 when he was filming this, and this is the same year, same like time span of Lord of the Rings trilogy coming out that he had the Pirates trilogy, which is just crazy to think about. He was in these two major movie franchises. I mean, he played Legolas, and have you heard of Legolas syndrome?
oh yeah.
Have you heard of this, Anna?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
He fits with the pirate. I mean, he looks like an elf. He looks great as an elf, but I think he looks good as a in this movie too. I
Yeah,
think.
I mean, I remember the first time I saw Orlando Bloom outside of the Legolas attire, and I was like, wait, what? It was, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah, he just doesn't look maybe as attractive. I think that's what, but I don't know. I think he's still cute, and yeah, I like him and Keira Knightley together in this movie and their characters. So. But then we have, after all of this, we still haven't even seen our star of the movie. That opening scene with Jack Sparrow coming in from a sinking boat, the sinking
That was so
sailboat.
funny.
That was.
I remember everybody laughing in the theater.
Oh my gosh. This was such a fun theater experience because there's a lot of comedy, a lot of comedy.
Hmm.
Yeah, they don't make them like this anymore.
Yeah. I mean, would you say this is kind of like The Mummy where it's got everything in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Johnny Depp this is Johnny Depp and his Oscar Golden Globe nominated role. He won the Screen Actors Guild for playing Jack Sparrow, and I think it was deserved because we've all, before this, Johnny Depp was known for playing like Tim Burton roles and all that. And he was a pirate in Chocolat,
hmm
essentially. But this is him.
My favorite scene,
Yeah.
I remember my favorite scene when I was seeing it in theaters was him and Orlando Bloom fighting in
Like
what's
the
it called?
armory, maybe, or no, the
Armor.
blacksmith place.
Yeah. That scene is so good.
Yeah. The fight scene and then their banter because they're constantly like trying to figure each other out. Johnny Depp is like, you should have a girl mate.
Yeah.
Instead of spending all this time practicing swords. And then he's like, or maybe you do have a girl. And he's like, you're not a eunuch, are you?
But there's a lot of like body comedy, like Johnny Depp really like embodies that, like Charlie Chaplin like movements almost, just with the, drunkenness and all that. So
Hmm.
very different than what he was known for before.
Yeah. He like took it to another level, maybe.
Yeah.
And he's always kind of a little cuckoo. I mean, I love how Orlando Bloom kind of mimics him later on in the one of the scenes.
Mhm.
Because it's like, what is that? You can't like categorize his
Yeah.
actions and behaviors. It's just he's a little bit of a strange pirate, drunken, mad man. I don't know.
Yeah. Apparently, also Orlando Bloom tried to like play Will Turner a little bit too cool in the beginning,
Mm.
and the director kept telling him, "No, you're a dork. Like you're still a dork. Like this character isn't cool yet, so try to tone it down."
I like
That's
that. That's
funny.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, because Legolas is smooth. He's like
Yeah. The
perfect
coolest character.
archer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's funny. That's good to know. And I think Johnny Depp kind of wanted to be like a rock star pirate,
Hmm.
a bit like the Rolling Stones, Keith Richards, and then Keith Richards makes a cameo in like the third one, I think.
Yeah. His
Um,
dad.
I'm sure this was like the Halloween costume of the 2000s, like being Jack
Oh yeah.
Sparrow.
It was the Harley Quinn for boys.
And then even, his interactions in that first scene, because Norrington's like, you have to be the worst pirate I've ever heard of. And he's like, but you have heard of me. Um,
Yeah.
and he saved Elizabeth, who fainted into the water. No one else jumped in to save her. And like they're treating him like crap after that.
He saves her a lot in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which kind of
Oh
foreshadows.
yeah, that scene where she falls in the water. I don't know if y'all noticed it, but like if you watch the splash where she lands in the water, it sounds like just a little pebble. Like it's just the lightest little splash.
Yeah.
She falls so
Christian
far.
Christian made a
Oh
comment. He's like,
really?
that is not how a body going into the water
It would have,
sounds.
yeah, it would have been a lot louder just because of even though she's so tiny, but like it was a pretty
Yeah.
long fall.
And her dress was heavy, as we
Yeah.
saw. That's
That
so
scene is
funny.
really cool though, when the underwater scene, which you don't see a lot anymore in movies. You don't see a
Mm.
lot of underwater scenes, and that one was really cool when he goes in and grabs her and yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then has to rip open her corset so she can breathe.
Yeah.
Like no one was thinking that. Oh, those two like knuckleheads, I don't
Guards,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, guards, they're so funny and I don't know. Those and then the two pirates that we later see, Pintel and Ragetti, I mean, they're all just great side characters in this movie,
Yeah.
all around.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
in my notes, I call them the two dinguses guarding the Interceptor and the Dauntless.
Yeah, we all know who they are. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
dinguses, yep.
But then, plot point wise, that necklace, she's wearing the necklace and it sends like a signal out under the water. You hear like the reverberation, and the Black Pearl is, you know, that ship with the cursed crew. They're trying to locate all the coins, which we later find out. And so it called to them, which I think was cool. And I had forgotten about that little element. And like you said earlier, Anna, like the superstitious, supernatural aspect of it. We also have some other cool things that I feel like I forgot about, like the compass that doesn't point north, but there's a reason.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they pitch it so early in the movie that it's a broken compass that doesn't point north, but it's like the writers, they had a plan for that because it's such a pivotal, you know, aspect of the second and third movie where we learn that Jack's compass only points to what a person most desires, whether it's an island or a person or a thing.
I wonder if they were like, okay, we're gonna have like 10 movies from this one movie. Let's plan out a lot. Or were they just
Yeah.
Probably, I think they were like, if it's going to be successful enough. So that was in 2003. And then Dead Man's Chest and At World's End, they came out 2006, 2007. So one right after the other, but there was like a 3 year gap. So they definitely, after the success of the first one, we're like, we're gonna go with this. And as far as sequels go, they're pretty good, like compared to some movie sequels. These, I think they're good. Do you agree?
I stopped watching them after I don't know if it was maybe the fourth one.
Yeah, there's five of them.
Yeah.
Oh, it was only
So,
five.
hmm.
Oh, there were more for some reason.
I think I probably stopped watching after the third one.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen the last one.
So
Yeah, I don't
the
think I
f-
have either.
the fourth one is called On Stranger Ties, and it doesn't have most of the original cast, but it does have a young Sam Claflin or whatever his name is,
Hmm.
and a mermaid and Penelope Cruz. So that one's a little weird. That one's
And
2011.
a mermaid and Penelope Cruz.
A mermaid.
Well, she's beautiful, but I don't
Mm.
know. The movie didn't have a great storyline, I don't think. And then the last one was in 2017, and it's called Dead Men Tell No Tales, and has Javier Bardem. And at the end of the movie, you get a cameo of Keira Knightley as Elizabeth Swann
Oh,
and
I have,
Orlando Bloom as Will Turner.
yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I just love that scene because Keira Knightley is wearing this pink floral dress and she's back in her Elizabeth Swann role, even for a minute or two. And she meets her husband, Will Turner, who's been away for 10 years because he can only return to land every 10 years as captain of the Flying Dutchman. And it mirrors this post-credit scene at the very end of At World's End. There were rumors of a Margot Robbie-led female pirate reboot that
Oh
got.
God.
I know.
No.
I
Hmm.
know. And then that untitled pirate project is still on IMDb as in development with no one attached to it. So we'll see.
Mm.
The music, gotta talk about the music. I mean, what do we think about it? It's pretty iconic.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah.
perfect.
And I all this time was like, it's Hans Zimmer, it's Hans Zimmer. But apparently,
Mm-mm.
yeah, the first one wasn't composed by him. It was Klaus Badelt.
Which is kind of like his protege, or he worked with him a lot. Hans Zimmer did help produce a lot of the music.
Okay.
They worked together a lot, but yeah, it was not Hans Zimmer, and I thought it was too.
Isn't that funny? And then I did look on the sequels, it was credited as Hans Zimmer, so he kind of took over it, but
Hmm.
very interesting. I thought the music I could have easily seen that having an Oscar nomination, but it had five Oscar nominations. So Best Actor, Johnny Depp, Best Makeup, Sound Mixing, Sound Editing, and Visual Effects. I mean, costume-wise, I almost think it should have gotten a costume nomination. What do you think?
Isn't that that red dress the one everyone tries to recreate? Same
Yes,
color?
let's talk about the distress. I mean, is it red? Is it purple? Is it plum, merlot,
Maroon,
maroon?
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's maroon, but it's shiny, so it has a little bit of purple.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it, Kayla. Yeah, it's a cosplay favorite. And there's that one, I think you sent it to me, Kayla, some Instagrammer who got pretty
Oh
close
yeah,
to it. Costume Kens or
recreated
something.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked really pretty, but that fabric is so elusive, like,
Mm.
yeah, hard to find. And it's just a very heavy, billowing looking dress on her petite frame, but I mean, it's so pretty. And this is after she gets taken from her home by Pintel and Ragetti, and they call her "Hello, Poppet." Like that's so iconic. So funny. I remember people laughing in theaters at them so much. And then, gets taken aboard the Black Pearl. They think she's the daughter of Bootstrap Bill Turner because she has the necklace. And she says, "Oh, I'm Elizabeth Turner. I'm a maid in the
Yeah.
governor's household." So that was just kind of like a strange coincidence that ended up being like not good for her.
Yeah, seriously.
I think it
Um,
was good for her though, because I think they would
they
have
kept
probably,
her alive.
yeah, they would have just killed her probably.
Yeah.
True, true. And Barbossa is played by Jeffrey Rush, is so great in this. And I mean, perfect pirate
Hmm.
captain. But he's like he wants her to wear the dress and dine with him. And that seems funny too. I'm disinclined to acquiesce to your request, that whole banter. They're like, yeah, he said you'd say that. So if you don't want to dine with Barbossa, you're gonna be dining with the crew and you'll be naked.
Yeah. They're so disappointed when she said fine.
I mean, if someone told me to put on a pretty dress, like, and d dine on a pirate, okay, I'm gonna stop talking.
No, I mean, and the food didn't look bad either. I remember thinking this
Yeah.
isn't too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in this scene, I noticed even more that whole scene where she's like thinking it's poison because he's staring at her.
Hmm.
I think he's just staring at her because he can't taste the food and he
Yeah.
likes to see someone eat the food. Like he's getting pleasure from that. Did you catch that?
Maybe.
Yeah, because that's why he even said, "There's no need for, in a sense of manners. I know you're starving," so he's kind of letting her know, eat your food, like enjoy it, because I
Yeah.
think you're right. I think he was wanting to see her enjoy it.
Especially that apple. He really likes apples.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh yeah, I think he was holding the green apple the whole movie because at the end when he dies, he like lets go of an apple. I'm like, was he holding that apple? Like,
Poor guy.
I
how
know. I
long has he
almost
been
feel
holding that
bad.
apple?
He was
Oh,
just,
maybe he was waiting until he finally the
yeah.
curse was lifted. He could
Yeah,
take
so
the
he can
apple.
take his first bite.
Oh, now I feel bad.
I know.
No, he's like a lovable bad guy, like a lovable villain. And I don't know. He's
Yeah, I
great.
mean he's not even really a villain, is he? He's just trying to get the curse lifted off from his crew because he makes it seem like he's going to kill them, for the blood. But honestly, it's just slicing their hand, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's really all he needs.
Yeah, he's not gonna just kill them for the sake of it. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Waste not, he says.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But that's so fun to think about, or that's just like a funny thing to think about, Kayla, that you caught
I
that with
never
the
realized
apple.
that. That's kind of sad.
It is. But he's so great. He has the monkey sidekick. He has a great costume as well, the hat with the feather plumes. Barbosa, this is just such a great role for Jeff Rush. I loved him in the Elizabeth movie with Kate Blanchett.
Mhm.
He kind of has like a pirate-like quality about him in that. And he's in The King's Speech with Colin Firth. He's so good in that.
hmm I will
Yeah.
say this movie made me miss like movies when they actually put work in sets, like set
Yes.
production and
No,
not like
that's the
CGI or anything like that. Yeah.
no, that's why I can't watch these kind of movies anymore because if you look at them, there's no shadows. Everything's
No.
just like too perfect and not you just there's no heart in it anymore.
I mean, even just the little things, the use of actual candles and candle light,
Yeah.
like that was nice, which that's why I want you to watch Nosferatu because they actually used set pieces, it's use candle light, like
Mm.
it goes back to that type of art and definitely miss that in movies.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, Sean was watching one of those newer, was it like the Minecraft movie? And I was just
Oh
looking
gosh.
at it and I'm like, it
It's all
looks so,
CGI.
yeah, it's like, ew, like I don't want to watch
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I know. I don't like modern movies. That's why I stick to the indie films and like the period dramas that still
hmm
try to use natural lighting and stuff. The Favorite was good. They used natural
Yes.
lighting. So that
Yeah.
one, Nosferatu, yeah, there are some examples, but yeah, these
And the
mainstream.
costumes in that movie too, the favorite,
Yeah.
they're great.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we can cover that one, Anna.
Yeah.
And you also said this movie has a lot of heart, and I think that's so true. And just attention to detail. I mean, ugh, it's so good. It really is a good movie. And you get to see this character transformation from the character of Will Turner. So he's kind of like a common blacksmith. He doesn't know his origins, and he starts to learn through Jack Sparrow, through Gibbs, that his father was a pirate, part of this crew of the Black Pearl, and it sounds like his father, Bootstrap Bill, didn't want him to be a pirate, but he kind of ends up a pirate anyways, which is kind of interesting. It's like he was fated to that. I also think it's funny because they're always like, "You look just like him" about Orlando Bloom, and they're saying he looks like Stellan Skarsgård,
Yeah.
and
Looks
like,
nothing like him. I was thinking that too. I was like,
yeah.
no.
I mean, Stellan Skarsgård is an amazing actor, though,
Oh yeah.
but looks like I didn't think they looked alike at all. But he I think Stellan Skarsgård, he might win an Oscar soon because of that movie with Elle Fanning, that was good, that almost won at the Cannes Film Festival. So, and he was just recently in Andor. He was in Cinderella 2015. He's been in the Dune movies. Like this is such a
Oh yeah.
he's epic.
Still working. Yeah.
Yeah. He was so good in Andor, the series. I don't know if you saw that one.
I haven't yet, but I've heard really great things about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But
So
yeah.
I was gonna ask about the coin. They turn into the skeletons because of the curse, right? So why didn't Will or Elizabeth get cursed.
Oh, because when they had the necklace with them?
Hmm.
Well, that's
At
a
least
good
Will, it was
point.
given to him, but Elizabeth did steal it from Will.
I see what you're saying. So maybe because they didn't actually, they weren't the ones that took it.
Hmm.
And at this point, we know that Bootstrap Bill was sent to the depths. So maybe he technically died. The blood part of the curse wasn't fulfilled, but
I
you
think
see
you
what
just
I'm
had to
saying?
be at that original party that stole it in the beginning, because even the monkey
Yeah,
was there, so
that's true.
he
Oh,
was
even the
also.
monkey. Okay, so
Yeah.
an undead monkey.
Yeah,
So
everybody was affected.
okay, so we'll stick with that. So if you were there and you took the coin from the chest, you're cursed as far as like not dying. But then if you in order to lift the curse, everyone every coin has to be like placed back with a bit of blood
Okay. Yeah.
from I don't know. Good that's a good question.
No, but I think you're right. I think it had to be stolen from the t like the chest originally.
Hmm.
And then I guess they needed Turner's blood because he was the last one
Mhm.
Hmm.
that had it. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, we'll go with that. Um, so the camaraderie between Will Turner and Jack Sparrow, they don't trust each other, but they're kind of using each other as leverage. They go to Tortuga and they find Gibbs, and he's sleeping drunk with the pig. He's like drunken, and that's kind of like from the ride, Pirates ride. And then you see that redheaded wench girl and the
Yeah.
blonde, Scarlett and Giselle. And the blonde, I was like, wait a second. I remember that being a thing. She was the Wrigley's Orbit Gum actress, spokesperson. Do you know who
Ah,
Good eye.
that is? I don't know why I always just thought of that like as being interesting.
I used to love those commercials.
Yeah. And this was her movie role as Giselle. Um Anna Maria, played by Zoe Saldana.
Hmm.
That's interesting. I heard that she had a horrible time on set though.
Why?
Yeah.
Just like really long working hours. She felt like there were so many people involved in the movie, like no one, um, like I guess the conditions of being an actor on the movie weren't great. That's, I think, what she said in an interview.
Mm.
I think especially not being one of the main actors, she said it was not fun. It was not good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
There's
obviously
probably a
she's
lot
had,
of people on that set.
yeah, a lot of extras. And, she's definitely found success. She's been in so many movie franchises since then and then won the Oscar this past year. Um, but And then I just remember her from Center Stage. That's still my favorite movie of hers, other than this. Um, and I think they didn't ask her back. Like it would have, or maybe she didn't want to come back because she had
Yeah,
such a
she
horrible
did
time.
not want to come back. Yeah.
But I liked her character. I would have liked to see her in the others, so that's a shame. But oh, the story when Gibbs is telling Will Turner about like Jack being stranded on the island with a gun with one shot, and oh, that's when he's like, "Is that the reason he's so?" And then he's like, "How did he escape?" And he's like, "Sea turtles." What what did he use the rope for? And then Jack Sparrow comes into the picture and he's like, "Human hair from my back."
Oh, he's great.
Oh, we're not talking about it enough. Like everything he says is so funny.
I know.
Oh my
And to
gosh.
think that, they were considering like Jim Carrey or Hugh Jackman to be Johnny Depp, I mean, to be Jack Sparrow.
Oh,
I can't picture that at all.
oh, that'd have been terrible.
I think Robert De
No.
Niro's name came up too.
For Barboza.
Oh, for
And
Barbosa.
he declined it. He thought that pirate movies were not going to be like bankable. And
Yeah.
that's why after it was, he did Stardust.
Yeah.
Um,
And he's funny in
Yeah.
Stardust.
Yeah.
That's a good movie. I think some of our followers want us to do a podcast episode on Stardust too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a favorite, kind of underrated, but just everything, the way Johnny Depp delivers these lines, I think I think I read that the savvy kind of line that he uses recurring came from him. It's like he made that part up and it just worked. Like he embodied this role. And I was laughing out loud at so many of his lines.
Yeah,
outside of
no,
his.
he's great.
Um,
Then he like dressed kind of like him a lot during that time period, like between movies. Like he was just Jack Sparrow at that point.
Hmm.
yeah.
I think he'd go on the ride and like pretend to be
Yeah.
the machine or whatever.
The animatronic.
No,
Yeah.
I mean he did a lot of good things even with Jack Sparrow because he went to like a lot of charity stuff dressed as Jack Sparrow for kids. Like he really loved that character.
Yeah. No, he's so good. Yeah. And and then he has depth to him and you never know what he's going to do. You feel like he is a good guy and I think, Will and Elizabeth are trying to figure out throughout all of the sequels like is he good? Is he bad? Is he just being a pirate and he just goes with the flow, whoever has the highest bidding. Um I love his line too with Will where he's like you're well on your way to becoming a pirate. You've sprung a man from jail, commandeered a ship of the fleet. You're completely obsessed with treasure. And then he's like, that's not true. He's like, not all treasure is silver and gold, mate. I love that. The fight scenes are good. I mean, they're all doing sword fighting too. And I mean, Orlando Bloom had some experience, I think, with fight scenes from Lord of the Rings. Of course, he's more of an archer, but they're all really good.
Oh yeah, I mean for sure Johnny Depp and Jeffrey Rush did like put in their training hours for it.
Yeah. And Keira Knightley, she had been, I recently watched that interview with her and Rosamund Pike,
Hmm.
that Vanity Fair interview, which was so lovely. And if you haven't seen it, you got to watch it. Of course, talk about Pride and Prejudice a lot, but they talk about how she was also, she did some action movies like that Domino movie where she was learning to use a nunchuck. So I think Keira Knightley was so dedicated to her roles as well. And in the sequel, she does a lot of sword fighting and action scenes. And she can hold her own. I don't know. It also in that interview, she mentioned how she got an Oscar nomination for playing Elizabeth Bennet, but then she was getting bad reviews for the Pirates movies, especially the
Pirates.
sequels.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was like, she said as an actress, as a person, she was just struggling with that and probably had some, insecurities there. But I like her in this movie for
Well,
sure.
yeah, the first one's great. I think I remember why they were saying that in the sequels.
You're saying her acting was a little like annoying
It
or
just
something?
seemed a little off to me. And like, I can't remember if it was the second one or the third one where her hair was like a lot lighter. And I just remember being annoyed with her for some reason, but maybe it's the mouth thing. I don't know.
Like her chin acting or jaw acting.
Yeah, the jaw acting.
Yeah,
No, I think I went through a phase where she annoyed me, but now I love her, of course.
I
But
know.
I definitely went through a phase where she was like too much.
I mean
Yeah.
she was everywhere. Like
Yeah,
in the 2000s, she was
Hmm.
very popular, so
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I really like her.
One thing that I always caught too, we were talking about the little girl at the beginning, we made fun of her saying like, actually, but when she starts to yell orders to the crew in certain scenes in this movie and take charge, there's this one part where they're saying like fire and she's like, Fira.
No, I heard that. Fire!
The British accent kind of coming through. Oh my goodness. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of some of these scenes in the middle and towards the end get mixed up in my head because there's a lot of back and forth. I mean, it's great when you're watching the movie, you're following along, but now when I think about it, it's like they're switching sides all the time. They're fighting the British, then they're also fighting the skeleton crew, the ghost crew. It all kind of mishmashes in my head, but
and then eventually they kind of work together towards the end, so you're just kind of like,
mhm.
wait, where are we at? Yeah.
Yeah. Love the scene where Elizabeth and Jack are stuck on the island
Mhm.
Hmm.
and they're drinking rum. Why is the rum always gone? Because she's thrown, she's trying to make a fire, but there's a little, flirtation there. I don't know if she's trying to get him drunk, I think is what she's
Mhm.
doing, but
She had it planned out. And I like when he takes the big drink and she's just like, she
yeah,
just watches
Yeah,
him.
just staring at him. Yeah.
yeah. But she might have had a few sips herself, and I don't know, there's a little flirtation there. Of course, they really take it and run with it in the sequel, Dead Man's Chest.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on her and Jack Sparrow? Like, Does she like him that
I
way?
don't remember that part in the other. I probably need to watch the other ones again, but from
She
this one
kisses him
in this one,
in Dead Man's Chest.
oh, okay. I don't know. I need to watch them again. It's been a while.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
kisses him.
is it like genuine or is it where she kind of betrays him a little bit?
Yeah, so she kisses him and then she straps him to the ship when the
Yeah.
Kraken is trying to take down the ship. And she's like, I'm going to sacrifice Jack so that we can
Mhm.
get away. Will Turner sees them kiss and doesn't understand
Mm-hmm.
the context because she doesn't talk about it. There's like a thing between them of miscommunication. But then she really, in the third one, tries to save him, bring him back from this, world's end place. But I don't know. I feel like there's one, oh, that's it. There's one scene in Dead Man's Chest where she had some flirty banter with Jack Sparrow, and then she's like kind of off to the side smiling
Oh.
and looking down, and then Norrington at the time is like, I would have given anything for you to look like that while thinking of me. So there are little moments where you're like, does she like Jack Sparrow?
Hmm.
I think she maybe enjoys because Elizabeth has always been very attracted to this type of life, even as a kid.
Yeah.
Even once she meets like Jack Sparrow, she's always kind of defending him and always trying to. So I don't think she loves him the way she loves Will Turner, but I think she does care for him. And again, I think that's it's just that side of her that likes that
Okay.
life. So I can see that. I never saw as her being attracted to Jack Sparrow
Okay.
in that way.
I like your insight there. Like, yeah, she's attracted to this lifestyle a bit and the pirate. Yeah, yeah. Okay. We'll go with that for sure. One of our friends, Kayla, Adrian, I think she was a, s- a Jack Sparrow, Elizabeth Swann stan, but
Oh. I don't remember that.
so I'm sure there was some of
Maybe she
that.
had a crush on him, but she
Yeah.
wasn't like in love with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she wanted him, I think she thought maybe it goes back to that thing where girls think like they can change a man for the good. Because she's like, I think you're a good man underneath all that. So maybe she kind of wanted to bring that. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, a good quote from Kira where someone's like, "You like pain? Try wearing a corset." Classic. Um, Elizabeth, yeah, she kind of saves people a lot. She's trying to get everyone's morale up to save Will Turner often or Jack. I like it when she wears the pants and the military jacket in the end scene. Kind of like she ditches the dresses finally.
Mhm.
But I have to say the last scene of Curse of the Black Pearl, I love that dress. It's another pale yellow one, but it has this like coral floral print. Her hat is so pretty. And then later when she takes the hat off, her hair is just so pretty
hmm
too. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, Kira just really fits these type of like
Mhm.
period pieces, like movies. Yeah, she's just so pretty.
Yes. And then she wears a pretty gold wedding dress in the sequel. So I'm a fan of the costumes. Um,
I love the end scene in that movie where they're kissing and she's wearing what dress you just mentioned, and the scene is just so pretty. Like they're up
hmm
next to that chapel arch, and they're you can see the Caribbean behind them, and it's the sun setting. And I'm like, I was just
mhm.
thinking, like people back then were so lucky. Like we have the most, like everything's so ugly now, and like
Well, I take a
people love
picture.
back
I try
then.
to take a picture of a pretty sunset, and there are power lines in the picture.
Yeah, there's just so crowded. There's no view anymore.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
like being in love with someone back then and like being in that type of environment? Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
No, that is a good point that the cinematography in the scene is so pretty and kind of makes me think of the opening scenes of, or all of the scenes in Pride and Prejudice with the lens flare and everything. It's so
Yeah.
aesthetically pretty. So, yeah, Kira had some great movies in the early 2000s and yeah. All right, that was a good point, Kayla. And then yeah, when all is said and done, she chooses Will. You know, I think the father's still. Oh, there's that whole plot point where gave she's like, I'll marry you, Norrington, if you say Will. But in the end, she chooses Will Turner, and her father kind of agrees to it. It's like, after all, he is a blacksmith. And she's like, no, he's a pirate.
I think she has a
Um,
thing for pirates for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
No, he's
yeah.
a pirate.
Don't take that away from me.
Oh yeah, she probably really liked him in that hat with the feathers at the end.
hmm
That's so funny. But then the final scene is Jack Sparrow. He's got his ship back. He's got his crew, and it's his line is very famous at the end where he's like, "Now bring on that horizon." And then he sings a bit of the pirate song, but yeah, it's just this perfect classic movie. I just I really enjoyed rewatching it after having gone a few years without watching it. I thought it was so good.
Yeah,
It holds
definitely.
up.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think, my favorite from the series. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
that, I think just because of that core memory of being a kid and just watching it the first time. Plus the
Hmm.
ride. Yeah, I mean, it's just a great time.
It
Yeah.
is. It's the best one. But there was a lot of hype around the sequels. I think Kayla, we went to the midnight premieres for them.
No, yeah.
Do
Did
you
we
remember
dress
doing
up
that?
as pirates?
We probably wore shirts or something, or wore our gold necklaces, our pirate medallion necklaces. But um, that
Do
was
they
a
still do
time.
that nowadays where like
No,
No,
Twilight, Harry Potter, midnight
no.
releases where you kind of dress up like
I don't think so. I think the last thing that I heard and people were so psyched about was the Barbie movie. People were dressing
oh
up.
yeah. That's
But
probably still our age group. Like I feel
yeah,
like Gen
pretty
Z, I feel
much.
like Gen
Yeah.
Z, they're like, oh, we're too cool for that, you know?
Yeah, but I
Us
remember
millennials
doing
are like
that.
such nerds.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, I
were,
remember doing that for the Harry Potter movies, going to
oh yeah.
midnight releases or even the releases for the books. Like it was just so exciting.
Yeah. No, it was we had the fandom,
Yeah.
thing going on. Also I remember a midnight premiere for The Dark Knight, um,
hmm
and Twilight. I think you might have said Kayla.
Oh my gosh, that was like, Anna, did you go see Twilight Midnight?
Yeah, I did.
I just remember I was literally so obsessed with that those books. And so I was obsessed with Robert Pattinson.
Oh
So I
God.
just remember being on cloud nine when I was seeing that premiere, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I still love Robert Pattinson.
Well, yeah, he's a good actor. He proved himself after
Oh
that
yeah,
one.
big time.
But those, I still just love the campiness and you know, the hype around those movies. It was such a big deal to go stand in line with your friends at the movie theater at like 11 p.m. at night before the movie premiered. And then you'd just be like so tired watching the movie and it would drag
hmm
on and on.
I think now what they're doing are the anniversary movies, like the Pride
Yes.
and Prejudice. I know they did that for Revenge of the Sith recently,
Yes.
so I think they're gonna start doing that, which is nice. I mean, again, I think it's catered for us
It
because
is.
we were the big, fans, but at
Yeah,
least they're doing that.
I saw Clueless again in theaters. It was so
Yeah.
fun. I don't know.
Jaws is coming up. I want to see
Yes.
it.
I do too. I want to see The Mummy in theaters. And Kayla, I want for Sophia Coppola, I want her to put Marie Antoinette in theaters because you and I didn't even see it in theaters.
Oh my
Oh.
God. If that goes back to theaters, I would die.
Kayla, next year is its 20th anniversary.
Oh, they should do it then. It
I
was a
think
pretty
they will.
popular movie. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think I'm holding out for it.
Oh my gosh, I hope so.
So we'll see. But
I remember seeing the trailer in theaters a couple
yes.
times when it was coming out, and I remember thinking, this looks really cool. Like, but I didn't
Well,
go see it.
well, it may have been limited release, but we just started watching it on DVD like obsessively.
No, literally, I watched it every single day of my like sophomore or junior and senior year of high school.
No, we were obsessed. Yeah, and then Kayla, we were on that cruise, and I remember we took a cruise in 2007. So that was like when the Pirates movies had come out, and I think I was like, "Ooh, we're on a ship." Um, and they were playing Marie Antoinette on the TV
Yeah.
just over and over again. It was like, how do we luck out with this, anyways?
As well as Beyonce.
And Beyonce.
I remember listening to Beyonce.
That's so funny. That was a year.
And I remember that song by Enrique
Enrique,
Iglesias that come
do you
out.
know what it feels like?
And I remember you were like, "Have y'all seen the ping pong song?" I'm like, "What's the ping pong song?" And then I was like obsessed with it.
And Gwen Stefani and Akon, that song was also big that
Oh,
year.
wow,
Sweet
what a
Escape, Sweet
year.
Escape.
Oh, that was such a specific time in our
I
life.
know, that's so crazy.
And I think the listeners of our podcast are in the same generation as
I
us. And
had
like,
singular flip phone or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And it worked really well on the cruise. And we were like, oh my gosh, singular.
oh, it said singular at sea
Yeah.
on the phone. Do you remember
And then they got rid of singular.
that? Oh man, what a time. I thought about the Patriot a couple times, which is funny because with you two, we covered the Patriot on the podcast. There was a time when they're saying like huzzah, huzzah. And do you remember when we were
They
talking
said
about,
that.
yeah. And then in the sequel, Gibbs is trying to get people to sign up for the crew and make their
Yeah.
mark. And I was like, this is just like,
Well, it's like
No, I agree.
the same time frame, right?
yeah, that
Um,
was 2000.
No, like the
Oh,
setting.
of the Patriot and
oh, the historical time. So the Golden Age of Piracy, um, 1720 to 1750. And the American Revolution, I should know this,
pretty
1775.
close.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah,
Okay.
20 years after, I guess, right? You said 1750.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I agree. That's why I thought Tom Wilkinson was the dad in the Pirates of the Caribbean. They do have a lot of like similarities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He could have played that role for sure.
He really could have.
That's so funny. I like how Tom Hollander, who is Mr. Collins in Pride and
Pride and
Prejudice
Prejudice, yeah.
with Keira Knightley is in the sequels too.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Forgot about that.
Yeah, he's the Beckett guy. He's from the East India Trading Company. He's kind of like the villain,
Hmm.
the bad guy.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yes, yes.
I think that's funny because we had just seen them on the screen together with Pride and Prejudice. All
You know who could
right.
have been in this movie though?
Who?
Jason Isaacs.
Ooh.
He could have been a good pirate. I
Yeah.
mean, he was a pirate, right, Anna?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
No. Yeah, he
Cap
was Hook.
he was
Yeah,
Hook.
you're right.
No, he could have been in this movie. That's a good one. Anyone else that we think could anyone have been in Kira's role? No.
Um, no, I saw a few names that they were Amanda Bynes was one, and I couldn't see that. I know.
Really?
Carly, your eyes like shot up.
That's
I know they
amazing.
were thinking of Heath Ledger for Will Turner,
Mm-hmm.
but
What about Natalie Portman?
I can,
Actually, yeah,
yeah,
I mean, they
could
look
have.
similar, so
No,
I
that's
mean,
true.
they did the whole Star Wars thing. I think they
yep.
played each other. So
Yeah.
yeah, that would have been a good one.
Yeah, Kira was the handmaiden Sabe for
Hmm.
Amidala, Padme Amidala.
Yeah. But I think they went with Orlando because, as you mentioned, the whole Lord of the Rings, he was very bankable at that time.
Yeah, I think I had two posters in my room. One was Jack Sparrow, one was Will Turner. Oh my gosh. And one of them was on the back of the door. Like that was such a growing up as a teenager thing to do.
That is so funny.
Oh man. All right. Anything else we wanted to bring up? This has been fun. Oh, games. One more thing. They released some games around the time of Dead Man's Chest, and I still have these board games or whatnot. So one of them is called Pirates Dice, and to this day, we play this game. It's the game they play in Dead Man's Chest, where it's like a game of bluffing, and you it came with these cups with little barnacles on them, and you shake the dice, you slap it down on the table, and you're kind of betting what everyone else has, like five fives, six fives, eight
Yeah.
fives. Anyways, it's the best game ever. Yeah, and do you remember, Kayla, we had even a CD player and it was like a Dead Man's Chest from the sequel. It was like a cool looking trunk or chest, silver, and it even had like the heart and the lock and it, but it was actually a CD player. I don't know. I think we still have this at home, in the room we stay at when we go back home to visit our family. So that's just so funny. Yeah. What do
My
you think?
favorite was the was it in the DVD of the movie, the games?
Yes.
The
So
questions, like, or
there's this pirate navigational game with a DVD
Was it
accompanying
the
it.
first one?
No, it's Dead Man's Chest.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, that game is so fun.
So it's like a pirate map board and you play a DVD, Anna. Like it's kind of like the time of Scene It when the Scene It's were
mm-hmm.
really popular. And you move your ships across the board and you'll go to a different island. And when you land on that island, you click on the thing on the DVD and it has a sub like this mini game.
Okay.
And it's just the best game. And it has this pirate voiceover, and he's always like, move diagonally. Like, I don't know, it's just really funny.
I want to play it again.
We've played it once recently. We're gonna have to break that out around the
And you
holidays.
can play it with rum now because we're adults.
We're not kids anymore.
Yes. Okay, Anna, when I come back to Texas for the holidays, we can break out the Pirates
Yeah,
game.
that
Yeah.
would be fun.
Oh
It's
my
so
God.
fun. So I had to mention the games because I don't think they make games like they used to either.
Nope.
Everything
No.
sucks.
Yeah, I don't think kids play, board games or watch movies anymore.
They just look at their phone all day, their screen.
No, I do not regret growing up when we did. No regrets.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we had the last of the good times, I think.
I think so.
Definitely also movies.
Oh yeah.
Movies now, I don't know. For at least for kids, they don't really make them a
No.
lot. I
No.
just, yeah, it's really
They're all
weird.
reboots that aren't as good.
And they're all
Yeah.
gonna probably be made from AI soon. So
Oh, for sure. I swear that the Minecraft movie was
it probably
AI.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
wouldn't be
Mm,
terrible.
surprised.
yeah. Mm.
Oh boy. Well, was it you, Anna, who was, it might have been you when we were talking around the Oscar time that like they're starting to like make it okay to just do a little bit of AI in
Of
movies.
AI, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Amelia Perez that
Mm-hmm.
had AI in their singing, which I can't believe it won anything. Still get so mad. And I think the Brutalist, it had
Yeah.
AI in perfecting the
The accent,
accent.
the Hungarian accent,
Yeah.
which it was so
I
dumb.
mean, but
Not accent.
so but yes, and I agree with that. But I think the reason I had a bigger issue with Amelia Perez is that it won in the category that had AI, which was singing.
Yeah.
Like AI was cleaning up their singing. There's
Yeah.
no, category for accent. So I was just like, no, that should have disqualified Emilia Perez from those
It really should have.
categories, but whatever.
No, because like some of my favorite movie musicals are the ones where they're singing, they're not even lip syncing, they're singing on the set, like across the universe and
Yep.
other ones, and you can hear, they're not perfect, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
but you know that they're singing, and it's just,
Yeah, and that was Wicked. I mean, apparently they were naturally singing
yeah,
like in the set and they lost. It's like, what are
yeah,
we promoting here? Like no natural talent anymore? Like it's
yeah.
just and obviously that's where we're going. Like that's just kind of how it's gonna go.
Well, we're we're
Oh,
we needed to vent about this, I think, because AI just comes up all the time now with work, with personal life, hobbies, art. It's just sad, but we will keep reminiscing about the good times on the podcast.
at least we have had good times.
Yeah.
Some
And
Mhm.
again, it
people,
just goes back to this movie being so great with its like set pieces and so much like detail being put in, and that's what we miss.
I
Yeah.
know. Like I just love older like 90s movies, even early 2000 movies, like with like the dark scenes and the shadows. Like
Hmm.
it adds so much. And
Yeah. Yeah, and like also sound too, like I know with the original Jurassic Park, they used a bunch of different like dolphin sounds and this sound to like
Yeah.
mesh it together to make like, and I remember seeing like behind the scenes of some of the Disney animated movies, and they're all using like really cool techniques to make some of these sounds that are so iconic. And
Yeah.
oh,
And
it's
now we can just, yeah.
oh my goodness, we are really bumming each other out. No.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure the listeners agree.
I think they do. Honestly, I get a lot of great feedback from our listeners who just have they feel the same way and they're nostalgic for the same movies as us. I mean, all of my posts, my top posts on my Pure Drama Style Instagram account are like Ever After, Pride and Prejudice 2005, The Mummy, Titanic. Yeah. So I'm excited to do a post for this movie too, because I love all the costumes and Penny Rose, the costume designer, did an excellent job. Um, yeah. So let's end it on a good note. Does anyone have a favorite scene or favorite line from the movie that we didn't talk about?
Actually,
Um,
well, my favorite scene, I think I already mentioned, was the two fighting in the masonry
oh, that's probably
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
place
Yeah.
when they're like jumping on back and forth on those things.
On the rafters and stuff too.
And then Will doesn't, and then Johnny Depp's like
Yeah.
Yes. And then in the
No,
end, Jack Sparrow wins because he throws, some sand on his face or something, and it's like,
yeah.
you cheated. And he's like, pirate.
Yeah. No, I think my favorite one that we mentioned as well is the one where they're stuck in the island. He's asking, "But why are you burning the rum?" It's like,
and then she
So
tells
good.
him, he's like, but why the rum?
yeah, but why again? Yeah.
Oh, so funny. Oh, and then I like when so Barbossa put Jack Sparrow back on that island for the second time. And then in like the next scene, they're back at Isla de la Muerta with all the gold. And Jack Sparrow
He
just
just shows
stumbles
up.
in and he's like,
Right.
that's impossible. I like laughed out loud at that scene. It was
I know, I
like,
love that.
and he's like,
He
no,
just
it's
can't get rid
improbable.
of him. Yeah.
I love it because it gives you time to anticipate Barbossa's reaction because
Hmm.
he's trying to get through the crowd, and you're like, oh, I can't wait to see this. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, that was great.
So good. Such a well-written movie. Damn.
He had chemistry with everyone. Like Jack Sparrow was just, yeah.
Yeah. Oh
mhm.
my gosh. Okay, well, this was fun. Okay, we had to end the podcast on a fun laughter note after thinking about the bad times nowadays. But Kayla and Anna, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having us. We love this movie.
It's always fun.
And there you have it, folks. We have covered Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl from 2003, along with a couple of the sequels, so Dead Man's Chest and At World's End. This was such a fun conversation. I think we really covered all of our key favorite scenes. We talked about the cast, the costuming, what makes this movie so special and so memorable in our eyes. I'd like to ask you all to like and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you have a friend or family member you think would enjoy this podcast, share it with them. That's how we grow and continue to do what we do. So thank you for your support, and we look forward to more fun conversations this season. Catch you next time.